Hey guys, Jeremy here with Simple Life, and welcome to another edition of Viewer Knives. These are all knives made entirely by you, the viewers of this channel. Now, please note, I'm going to feature 10 knives in this video, but I've got 189 right now in the queue. So, anyways, we're going to get a little bit more serious about featuring viewer knives a little more regularly on this channel. I appreciate your patience. So let's take a look at some viewer knives. First knife we're going to take a look at was sent to me by Joel, and Joel made this. This was his very first knife he ever made. He used a file to put the bevel on, angle grinder, and a cheap Harbor Freight 4x36 belt sander. G10 handle material, and he used some nails for the pins. This is 440C stainless, and one note guys there, nails for pins. Like, you know what, don't let anything hold you back. If you want to start making a knife, you can start making a knife. Great job, Joel. Thanks for sending this in. The next knife we'll take a look at is sent to me from Silas, and he's 11 years old. He's from Maine, and he started making knives about 8 months ago. And he said what he did is actually he took a railroad plate and started hammering nails flat and then sharpening them on whetstone, and that is totally cool. So really great job, Silas. I really like this blade you made here. And you know what, when you think about a knife as the most rudimentary, like fundamental object, essentially it's just got to be sharp and cut things. So you know what, hammering nails flat on a whetstone like that, man, I admire that creativity and that a desire that strong to get into knife making. Great job, Silas. Thanks for sending this in. Alright, the next knife was sent to us from Henry, and Henry's from New Zealand. He actually has a YouTube channel called Lins37, and this is a knife that he'd made. The steel is 01 tool steel. He's got brass bolster on there and New Zealand red stag antler for the handle material. Very nicely done. Henry, excellent looking blade. Thanks for sending these in for us. Also, he hand etched his HLC logo onto there. Alright, this next set of pictures is sent to us from Job, and Job is from Netherlands. He is 18 years old, and he's been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and what incredible knives he's got here. Really like this little mini cleaver type thing here. Really cool shape on this blade, and then again these other ones, just what fantastic. Job, excellent attention to detail. The fit and finish of these knives, absolutely amazing. Very well done. Thank you so much for sending these in. Alright, Alex, he's 16 years old from Minnesota, and he enjoys the videos. Keep up the great work. And he's made a few different knives here. These ones are all made out of a lawnmower blade. Excellent work. You know what, lawnmower blades are great options to get into knife making. Really like the wooden scabbard for this knife here. That's really cool. Excellent knives, Alex. Thanks for sending these in to us. Alright, these next knives are pretty interesting. These are sent to me from Gustav, and he is from Sweden. Him and his friends started what they call a youth company in school, and what they're going to do is they make these knives and sell them. So that is totally cool, and especially the fact that you're doing this in school. You know what, I think in a lot of cultures we're missing that the idea of teaching children the use of your hands and how to provide a living for yourself by building things. So this is really cool. Gustav, very nice looking blades. I wish you and your friends much success with your business, and you know what, keep making knives. They look absolutely fantastic. Now the next set of pictures here are just really impressive. They're sent to us from Kevin, and Kevin is I would say he's a full-on swordsmith from Texas. He's been making knives and swords since 2008, and sent us some pictures of his work here, and just what incredible work. So Kevin, absolutely amazing stuff. He's just recently started doing things like hunters and camp knives and stuff like that. And him and his son, who's 10, they watch the channel and they sit out there in the shop and they work on making knives. So Kevin, fantastic job, and even better job sharing your craft and your skills with your children. Very well done. Excellent. Thank you for sending this in. Now these next set of pictures are from a second generation knife maker. Eduardo is 13 years old, and his father was a knife maker and showed him his skills. This is the third knife he's ever made, and what an absolutely incredibly great looking blade. 13 years old, putting this kind of attention to detail, like even just the style of the knife, it's just absolutely amazing. Something so unique, and but still it looks really good. So Eduardo, it's so cool to see you taking your dad's footsteps, and what an incredible bright future you have. Just wonderful. Thank you so much for sending these pictures in. Alright, next we're going to show some knives from an 18-year-old knife maker from Montreal. Eric, he's been making these knives in his garden shed in his backyard. Obviously he's saying he's a little bit constrained for space, but then again, that's one of the beauties about knife making, is that you don't need a huge amount of room. But Eric really liked the look of these blades. Fantastic work. Keep it up. Thank you so much for sharing these with us. Alright guys, we're going to wrap up the video with a knife from Carlos, and Carlos is from Colorado, and he just wanted to share a picture of a recent knife that he had made. He's a new knife maker, and he just wanted to make something that was like a great EDC knife, and he made a leather sheath to go with it too, and I would say absolutely what a fantastic size EDC blade. Just that looked like such a handy knife to keep in your pocket all the time. So Carlos, very well done. Thank you so much for sending this in. Right guys, well that's going to wrap it up for this viewer knife video, and thank you to everybody for sending in your knives. If you'd like to have your knife featured on this channel, just email me, jeremy@homesteadknives.com, and it's really cool to see what you guys are doing and what other people are doing. I think it's a really great way to learn from each other and kind of build this sense of community. You know, we're all learning things, we're all trying new things, and it's really, really fun to see. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, just click that little button there, that little circle. That'll put you in a subscription mode, and that'd be great. Other than that, I've got a couple of videos here queued up for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.